Morning, this is Crystal and welcome to day 2 of our mapping exercise. Today we are going to go back to a couple of the things that we did not finish on Monday night. So, number 1, in Westlands there are a few buildings that were not finished. We were only able to finish 41% of what was mapped out to be done. The reason for that is because we're using digital questionnaires on volunteers' mobile phones, their batteries kept dying. That's number 1. Number 2 reason for not finishing Westlands in full yesterday was because on Google Maps it shows us buildings that aren't actually there when we go on the ground. Either they're not there because they've been demolished or being refurbished, or the business itself has moved to a new location. So that's the second reason why we have not finished mapping Westlands. Number 3 reason was because some of the volunteers were having a few technical issues using the digital questionnaire. For example, some forms were not submitting when they tried to click submit for some reason or the other, or they were coming up as unsuccessful, so on and so forth. And so for these reasons, we need to go back and finish the 59% of the buildings that were not mapped. As well as Westlands, we're also going to map today 3 malls, which are Yaya Center, the Hub in Karen, and T Mall. Today we're going out with a smaller group of people because it's less to do. The malls only require 2 per mall, and the finishing off Westlands only requires a few people because there are just a few zones that were unfinished. So we're not going to use the 28 people that came on Monday, only going to use 17 volunteers today. So let's get on with it. This is the end of day 2. I'm coming back to the office here at Open Institute just to give a report to the rest of the team about how it's gone today. I've got 2 things to report. Number 1, Westlands is done finally, which is really good. Volunteers got all the zones that remained from Monday done today, apart from, of course, the ones which have been demolished completely but are still for some reason appearing on Google Maps. So obviously those ones are not being recorded, but the rest have been done. Number 2 to report is that we have to go back and finish the malls as well. Apart from Yaya Center, which we finished completely mapping, we have to go back to T Mall and as well the Hub in Karen. The reason why we have to go back to the 2 malls is because there were more shops in the malls when we were on the ground than anticipated. So we've got to go back and finish them off tomorrow. As well, do the same thing for Two Rivers Mall and Garden City, which we did on Monday. So tomorrow, which is a public holiday, 1st of May, Labor Day in Kenya, we're going to do the 4 malls. Another reason why we chose to do the malls on a public holiday is because we realized that if we go to Upper Hill or any other business area, we will find all, or most at least, private and public buildings closed because it's a public holiday, so therefore we probably won't be able to map. So it makes more sense to go to the malls because everything will be open anyway and there'll be lots of people in there, and we can get to see these malls at full capacity and see how accessible they really are. So yes, it's been a good day, a couple of wins, a couple of challenges, but all in all, it's been a good day and we want to continue the same for the rest of the week. So join us tomorrow.